Brendan, you've had a couple of days to look at the game against Watford. What did you make of the players' levels in that game? And I don't just mean fitness levels; I mean the quality levels they showed as well after such a long time off.
I was pleased in the game. Of course, I don't think there's any team at this period and having had so long off will be right at have the rhythm of the game as what they might have been earlier on the season. But I was really really pleased with the fitness levels of the players. As the game grew in the second half, the intensity of the game was still there, the running ability was still there. So I was pleased with that aspect, and of course that got us in front late on in the game. So it felt like a defeat, of course, when you concede so late on in the manner, because throughout the game I thought in terms of crosses and balls into the box we dealt with it really really well. However, there's learning in it, so we just have to be better in that situation going forward. And like I say, it was a nearly 3 points, but we take our point and learn from
it. Stunning goal from Ben Chilwell. He said in the post-match that you've been encouraging to shoot more often when he gets into that sort of position. Is that right?
Yeah, well, he has the quality. I think in terms of the game, we had a drinks break just before he had an opportunity to shoot. He got into a great position because obviously we want him to get forward. He has that talent to score more, and it's encouraging him to do that. And sometimes just having that ruthless streak in you to not pass and get your shot off. So it was a great ball with Demi. He's a wonderful touch, and then the strike is absolutely sublime. So no, he's looked really really good since he's come back from the lockdown, and that was a continuation of how he's been training and playing in a game. So yeah, it was a wonderful strike.
I want to ask you about substitutions because it was Damari Gray that set up Chilwell's goal, and that's the 13th time this season that a Leicester sub has scored or assisted a goal, which says you're doing something pretty extraordinary in terms of substitutions. That's the most in the league. How does it work from your perspective? Is it something you tend to plan in advance, obviously making amendments if circumstances change, or do you literally go in with a blank canvas and say, let's see how it goes and see what the circumstances dictate?
We have an idea, obviously, as a staff. We work very, very hard, and we sit down and analyse throughout the week. We look at situations. Then, of course, it's never 100%. You're having to read the game and see how the flow of the game is and what the game needs. So, but no, it's down to the players. Of course, you can very easily as a manager pick the wrong team, So it's not all for the manager. But of course, you have to read certain situations in games, but that's also helped by the work that we put in prior to the game, trying to anticipate what may happen, the different scenarios, and then obviously reading it as it develops in front of you. So, but I've always stressed the importance of the 11 that finish the game as opposed to the 11 that start, because the impact of those players are vital for us. So whether it's an attacking substitution, defensive one, all the players always have to be ready.
Can you give us the team news? Anybody struggling after that game? Because it's quite a quick turnaround, obviously.
Yeah, no, only an inclusion where Dennis Pratt's back available for the squad. So that's really good. He's trained and available. Everyone else is fine.
Good man. It's 3 games in 12 days for you. What does that mean in terms of team selection and how you're going to have to use the squad and change things a little bit?
Yeah, it's just manage it. Of course, you never want to make too many changes, but of course, we played Saturday, and obviously the Tuesday's a quick turnaround. So we just need to assess the freshness of the team, just to ensure we have that energy in the game. And we just take each game really.
First time you'll have played a home game with no supporters there, obviously, and you've had a taste of it at Watford. What can you tell us about the plans that you and the club have had in terms of what we're going to see in the stadium? Fans on screens, images on seats, sound effects in the stadium. Is that something you've been a part of those discussions?
Listen, we haven't done too much different probably to what a lot of the other clubs will do. They will decorate the stadium just to make sure it's the seats are filled and whatnot. There'll be the music and the preparation obviously before the game, and like you say, and most of the grounds now, they have that fan interaction as well. So yeah, but of course, the one big element you do miss from the playing and manager's perspective is the noise. But like I say, we can't worry so much about that for now, because it's not the part of the game on the pitch now. So we just have to focus really on the tactics, on the performance level, and like I say, the club will generate the best environment that they possibly can for the staff, for the away team, to ensure that they come and we can have a good game.